Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly general angel reading for the month of February 2024. So, as we begin, I'd like to thank everyone who is returning with me to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who might be new to our Angelic Wisdom community as well. So, before we begin, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe if you haven't already and to select the all notification bell, like and dislike, and leave your comments. And also, if you'd like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services, and that link you will find in the description area below. Also, if you'd like to support my channel with a donation, you can go to my PayPal link for Angelic Wisdom. And also, the format for the cards that you see before you. So the card in the center is going to represent the Archangel that you will be working with and that can help guide you through the energies of this month. And then the cards on either side are a message from your guardian angel. So in the card on the left, this card is going to be from the Major Arcana, and it's going to highlight the major theme, lessons, or energies, the bigger picture of what's influencing and shaping the month for us. And then the card on the right side will be from the Minor Arcana and illustrate how this energy might be translating into our day-to-day awareness or conscious awareness, and possibly the ways that we can work with that energy. So let's take a deep breath. And just let go of anything that is on your mind. Just release it without resistance. And it's in the sense, don't take anything personally. Don't take anything to heart that your mind projects, especially in terms of anything negative or anything you've forgotten to do. Just know that your angels are on any of those thoughts, and that they will remind you of all the important things that need your attention today, and that they will suggest to you the order of action steps, or will suggest to you the actions that you need to take in the order that will allow you to get them done with the most ease and confidence. And so just release and let go. And anything that's weighing on your heart, let it just evaporate. And let go of anything that you don't need to hold on to. And that would be all of it. And in your body, be aware of any tension and also any changes in your body experiences for today. And just now, as the angels of healing are standing around you, Allow them to pour the light of healing to replace any discomfort or pain or suffering in your body. Don't fixate on these things or worry over what they may or may not be. A lot of things that you're experiencing right now are due to the energetic shifts. So your body, this is really alerting you that you are going through your ascension process successfully because you're experiencing the adjustments that your body is making to the higher frequencies. And so these are just simply growing pains. And in this month, they had earlier, and now writing again, when I asked about the theme for this month, and they said faith and then earth. And so faith in the earth's ascension, and faith in your own body's ascension, and faith in the ascension of our collective consciousness. This is a time where we are going, it seems like we're really going through it, but not in the same ways of 2023, where it felt like everything was hitting you from the outside. Here, the changes are internal. And they just wrote the angel number 9. And there's a sense of this, you starting to feel the inner call and for many of you, an activation of your light work and your light purpose, your soul purpose, is really going to start to become clearer in your awareness. Your template will start to really, your inner template will start to shift towards this greater calling. And so a sense of higher purpose and higher integrity, sort of a standard of integrity, a new standard of integrity is going to be something that you're setting for yourself and expecting and discerning within others. And this also means that because of that, there's going to be sort of a shedding of relationships, interactions, facets of your life will start to shed as you will be clearer about what you're looking for and what you're seeking and what is pure and what raises your frequency and what lowers your frequency. You're going to be very aware of this. You're going to be aware of the thoughts that you and the feelings and beliefs that you're holding and how they are affecting you in an immediate way, because you will feel the characterization of these thoughts and ideas as though they are giving you an immediate glimpse into the level of an experience that might draw towards you. And so no longer will you sort of feel like or can you pretend that you are blindsided. Your thoughts will be highly, hmm, your thoughts will be highly active and reactive, sensitive, like hypersensitive, and you will feel the road that they are taking you down, or the beliefs that are attached with them, or the beliefs that are triggered around certain ideas. Now, when an idea triggers a negative response, a positive idea triggers a negative response, you will not only become aware of the belief that has been holding you back from inviting more of these positive ideas and become aware of what it is and how you need to release it. But you'll also be aware that certain ideas are either positive or negative, are in alignment with you, or resonate as truth with you or not. And so it's going to be very important for you to accept that information immediately and engage or disengage as it is appropriate for you. But integrity. And this is, and this for some, you might be even experiencing sort of irritations that almost seem like you can't control them, or sensitivities that you like your smell might be heightened, or your visuals, or your five senses and your clairsentience might be really sensitive, because this means that the amplification of awareness is being amplified, so that we can no longer pretend that we're blindsided by our own egos, as the soul, your monad, really starts to be more embodied. Your ego's voice will not sound like truth or guidance any longer, but it'll sort of be like naked, and really you see it for what it is: a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear, and a lot of just trying to tear you down kind of thing. And you'll see that it's you who is allowing it. All right, so let's take a look at the archangel that we're working with for this month. So it's Archangel Preminilik. And he is the archangel that is in charge of all of the insects. So, whoa, what was that word I saw? I think it was examination. I thought I saw extermination, but maybe there's a little bit of both, right? In terms of sort of those thoughts that keep pestering you. And it's time to really examine in the ways that you're being sort of pestered. This also might be not just your thoughts, but of course everything is connected. So relationships and areas of your life and your career where you just feel irritated, or something's pestering you, something won't let you go. and it's time, or something won't stop annoying you. Yeah, it's an annoying feeling. So you're having these annoying feelings about a lot of things. It's time to examine what's beneath that and to exterminate those aspects that are um, most likely not worth your energy. It's quite often that we just ever let our ego really run amok, that we don't know when, we haven't identified those annoyances. Meaning, in my mind right now, it's sort of those things that we worry about, that we don't know that we're worrying about. And the clearest example I can think of right now is, I tell you, I think you've heard me say that the ego usually collages. So it's like, if you, instead of handing you a stack of papers neatly, your ego would just throw them all over the floor. And now you can't make any heads or tails about what's there and where you should start and what to do. And it's like walking into a space where it's always trashed, disorganized. You can't, and it just lies there. And so, for instance, on a day where all of a sudden I feel like, oh, I have so many things to do and I'm not going to have enough time to get it done. Now, that's because I have, maybe, I'm not which way to put this, but so procrastinating is one way that this kind of thing plays out, right? Because now it's so overwhelming, you just want to avoid it because you really believe the ego. It's too much. You'll never get it done, and da 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 da, whatever the illusions that it's just spitting out at you. But if you go ahead, and you don't have to sift through that mess, your inner being has the list already structured for you. It's a happy list. It's a list of things you get to do. It's a list of things that you can accomplish. And it's a list of things that you don't have to worry about. Because if you follow your guidance, it will lay them out for you in an order that allow you to enjoy and fulfill this list with ease and accomplishment. It respects your time and how you use your resources and your energy. And it never would suggest anything that would zap you of your energy. It's always going to point you towards the things that's going to boost your energy. And so this day for me might be like, oh, I have to go to the store, and I have to go to the groceries, I have to go do this and go do this. And then all of a sudden, at some point, my soul steps in and just goes, but you have enough of that. And that could be done next week, or that could be done tomorrow. Or that, you don't need that at all. And then goes away that whole pile of annoyances that we just keep feeding because we don't exterminate, like eliminate that collage. Just stop giving in to it, if you will. So don't let your ego dictate the kind of day you're going to have, or to keep feeding into sort of like what you're trying to accomplish here. Be aware And so, the first thing that it says, be conscientious. It is to say, be intentional about what you are setting for yourself. And panicking and unnecessary worry is that's your ego laying out an agenda for you, not your soul. And then it says cooperate with others for the highest good. And that gives me a sense of also not putting yourself out there with always expecting the worst from others. Even if people lack integrity, you can tune into the aspects of them where they have a high integrity for the way they might do something or in a particular area of their life. So you just have to be aware of where they do act with integrity or have higher standards or have a higher standard of integrity for themselves, and then engage with them on those points, not when they are sort of I don't want to say loose about it, but I guess it's just one way for now. It's the same thing where they just fall prey to their own ego's scam, if you will. All right, let's take a look at the Major Arcana lesson. So it's release. And so this is indicating going through a time of transformation, a time of of endings and new beginnings. So what's really important about this traditional card, death card, which has been named here, release. One, it's showing you the phoenix here. That's the symbol. It's a time of rebirth for you. Remember in this month, constantly remind yourself that you're being given an opportunity. Not just you are being given the opportunity, but the universe has set a new platform for everyone. You're standing on it already. So this means that when you are prone to think that it's just going to play out like it always has, that is not true. It is only true if you feed into it. But what is really true and the foundation of truth that you're standing upon, and know that the integrity of the universe is pure. You're not dealing with there's no shadiness. There's no loopholes in this contract. It is straightforward, it is simple, and it's clear. This is a time where it can be better for you than you've ever experienced before. That is what you get to start from. You get to start from that assurance, that promise. And this is why they want you to have faith. And what you have to do is start where your faith can be most secure for you. Because you're already standing on a foundation that has all faith in you. This is the year that you can be all that you can be and have all that you've ever wanted. And all you have to do is release everything before. None of that history has to be yours. None of that has to play into the plot. It does not have to be woven into or written into the plot of your today. Only your attention and you allowing your feelings to draw it up and trigger it is the only permission that can overrule this foundation of truth and integrity that's been laid beneath you. Freedom. And here we have the Queen of Water. And this is about trusting your feelings, really getting in touch with your intuition, your instincts. Now, these are being amplified 1,000-fold. You're going to notice that you're saying things like to yourself, that's that's going to be, or this is what I need to do. I feel this very strongly. You don't have to be disappointed, worried about disappointment in your intuition any longer, or your instincts, or your creativity. Anything that's mystical and magical and inspirational, you don't have to doubt them. You can feel the energy of what is there even before you see it or have any evidence of it. And now you really need to start walking by faith and not just by sight. And remember that in walking by faith, you bring yourself to an access point. An access point meaning where you stand at the window of opportunity and give yourself the chance to look through that window and begin to imagine the changes they write that you want to put forward. So don't be afraid to create. So when any idea comes to you, it's divinely inspired and it lights you up. And one of my mentors was just talking about really sort of really focusing on your strengths. So for instance, I have a lot of talents. I know that. But I never had confidence in all of my talents, but I did have confidence in one of them since I was a small child, 3 or 4 years old. And when people would talk to me, I would be able to share wisdom with them. I didn't know it was angelic wisdom at the time, but it's what I was able to do. I was able to talk to these adults about things that were going on in their lives and give them advice about it. So I know that this is one of my secured strengths, my top strength, right? And so it's about acknowledging that, giving it props, not trying to deny it, not trying to diminish it because you don't want to stick out. If you're afraid of sticking out in front of everybody else, then just go in your room, close your doors, close your windows, close the curtains, and just, acknowledge this and let the light shine in the room until you get used to letting it shine in front of other people. Because when you let it shine, it's like a muscle that you keep using. It will eventually reveal that strength. It'll be visible for others to see. And so right now, you know what your inner strength is, but you're not allowing it to be visible. As soon as you allow that inner strength to be manifest in a visible way, like a muscle, like somebody who's working out and the muscles start to show on the body and there's a whole new version of this person, so you must, with your faith exercise, your exercise your strength on the path that you have the most faith in, and then start to, with confidence, not worry about that you won't be able to manifest the steps that could bring this about, but that you start to realize that you get to manifest, you get to create, you get to shape, you get to influence those things coming about. And so that becomes your action steps. And you do it because you know that you could never do wrong, that your strength is sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not just invincible, but it basically, you can do no wrong here. You can never screw this up. You're always on point. And so you're moving towards, you're saying, okay, this is what I want to do. And then the ego would say, well, but how are you going to do that? You need this, you need that, how are you going to do that? And the thing is, that comes out like, I don't, I have to do that, and then if I do that I might fail. But no, you say to yourself, I get to create that. If I need this space, I get to create how I'm gonna um you know get this space that I need. If you gotta lay, if you gotta take out a loan, or you gotta do this, and you say, well, but how am I gonna get a loan? But the whole thing is that whatever you need to do, that you're advised to do in order to get one, whatever you need to improve in your portfolio, then you will say, well, now I get to clean up my portfolio so that I am a viable candidate for this loan. So whatever it takes for you to become into alignment with what you need and what you need to be qualified for, you are willing to do it because you get to do it, because you recognize that I'm getting to create this. And the thing is that we also have to trust that these actions are aligning us with the orchestration of the universe. Whereas our worrying and doubting does not align us. So one causes you to become immediately in sync with it all, and the other one does not. But the point is that your inner strength, this muscle, is what you're exercising. You are moving forward based on known confidence, and you are making that confidence expand. And as it expands, it is greater bank for you. It's greater energetic bank, greater energetic faith bank for you. And as it grows, it is a powerful bank of attraction for you, because not only is it bank in something you can use, but it also attracts to you at the level and confidence of the level of your confidence in your strength. So trust your instincts, trust your intuition. You are spot on. You're in the flow already. The ideas, the best ideas, the ideas with the highest integrity are already flowing towards you. So believe. And believe in what you can envision. Believe in what you can envision. Believe in what you can see yourself doing confidently. then with confidence, focus on what you get to do in order to create that path forward. This might sound old, like old news, but in the new paradigm, it feels like a rebirth, right? It feels like new news to your soul who already knew this, but it's new. It feels like new news because now your ego is that voice is getting smaller and more, and starts to work more in balance with your intuitive faculties. That's the whole thing. The ego is relevant as it is the voice of contrast that allows us to have perfect discernment. Because we need a voice, just like we need um, a positive voice. We all, well, I don't want to say it like that, but it's like we need a one voice that discriminates and one voice that is open and reaching out. So we need a voice that's discriminating and discerning, and a voice that's, you know, sort of reaching out and open, sort of that masculine and feminine sort of dynamic as well. All right, so be conscientious, be aware of your thoughts, trust your thoughts and your feelings. And new relationships with the outer experience will begin to unfold. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of February. God bless you.